And welcome back, hockey fans. I'm your host, Bailey Brandt, getting ready for today's matchup as the Pembina Tigers, coming off of a 3-2 win against the Carmen Cougars, take on the Morris Mavericks, who come off a 12-0 win here over the Zodiacs. And we'll have Michael Martin with your starting lineups coming up here shortly. And we'll take a quick look here at the leading scorers coming into this one. Dwight Sawatsky leading the way for the Tigers, 19 points in 10 games played, 13 goals and 6 assists. Joel Clace leading the Morris Mavericks out in front with 16 points in 10 games, 6 goals, 10 assists. Cedric Galson and Larry right behind him with 14 points in 10 games, 11 goals and 3 assists. And Levesque pushes that ahead off the draw and into the corner boards. He'll work that into the attack zone and giving chase on that one there is Funk, and correction there is LaRosse as he tries to center that one, unable to do so. And the Tigers quickly work it out of the zone. They'll jump on that loose puck on the near side. And the Tigers just dump that one all the way down his park. Right in front, loose puck. And Johnson makes the opening stop of the game as Park pushes that to the far side. Tigers now trying to control down low, riding a 2-game win streak, and pushed to the far side by Joel Clace. Clace turns that one over as the Tigers work it on the backhand, smothered up by Johnson. And with that, we'll look at the starting goaltenders in today's hockey game. Sam Johnson getting the start for the Mavericks. 2 overtime wins and 1 loss on the campaign. Save percentage of .848, goals against average of 3.3. Meanwhile, Jamie Park in net for the Tigers. In 4 games played, he's 1-3, goals against average of 4.00, and a save percentage of .869. Off the draw, Mavericks try and clear that one. Knocked down, gets out of the zone, where the Tigers settle it down before turning up ice following that cross check. Loose puck in behind the goal, and Witherspoon pushes that in front. Turnover, the Tigers center, that's in the goal. And the Tigers opening up the scoring here with the applaud of the visiting crowd. And that's an early one, 1:08 into the game. Hero Kubernik with the goal. Here's a look at the, or try to get the replay there, sorry. Missed that there for you early on. Shots 3-0 Tigers, and quick opening of the scoring here for the 2-0. It's Pembina up 1-0 off the draw. Mavericks, they'll take that one back on the near side. Pass a little bit off the mark. Now through traffic, and that one worked into the corner boards. Good rush there on the setup by Rex Sealer. And that puck's dumped all the way down the ice. Pembina trying to add on. Rice in the corner boards. He'll work it to the near side. Cavers plays that into the zone. And the Mavericks quickly on that. They'll dump that one all the way down in behind the goal. And Park plays it into the corner boards, where the attack continues on for the loose puck. Tigers come free. And onto the near side. Taking a whack at that one, and a big hit as it gets dumped all the way down into the attack zone. Puck calm down here. And the Mavericks now scoop that one up momentarily. Now taken right back by the Tigers. They'll just dump that one in for the time being. As Platt tries to work that up ice. Gets another go at it as he knocks down his man. And now through traffic, Gosselin walks in, fires off the pad. Rebound into the corner. Gosselin trying to center it in front and up onto the netting on top of the stanchion. It lay at 17-19. Shots 4-0 in favor of the visiting Tigers, leading this one with an early goal, 1-0. Fresh skaters out there as both top lines out on the draw. And Levesque gets the better of Kubinek and the draw. He'll stay with it. And that skirmish for the puck. Worked across at the doorstep there. Mavericks couldn't pull the trigger. Comes out to the slot and work back to Joel Clays. He'll fire that one, in a miscue there. Couldn't get the puck there as it came right through the slot. No one touched it. And with that, the Tigers work it out of the attack zone to the far side. Puck dumped in there by Guy, and he'll give chase after it. Handful of Mavericks back, and they'll work it out on the near side. Battle on the near side boards. And with that, the Mavericks turn that one over again in the neutral zone. Guy dumps it in. Some physicality, as you would expect, in between these two teams. A misplay there in front of Johnson. He'll get his glove to smother up. Shots 4-1. 12:26 to go in the opening frame. 1-0 for the Pembina Tigers. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you today's action. Along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. Johnson right to the draw, coming from his right. And that one's one back, but out of the zone by the Tigers. And that air pass is scooped up by the Mavericks, and they walk in. Gosselin has the puck jump away from him. He'll get back on in the corner boards, trying to work it back to Dearborn. And some second effort there by Holdnick, works it free. Dearborn controls at the line. He'll work it across. There's a shot through traffic, just off the mark. Gosselin plays it across after he takes the hit. Gets it right back into the slot, and that pass off a skate. Whacked in by Witherspoon. Friendly fire. Catches Holdnick on the leg. Holdnick goes out. He'll work that down low, and Guy able to clear that one out. Good work there by Dearborn to break out the counter attack. and he'll put it right back, trying to work it deep into the Pembina zone. Hits the one Pembina player and now dumped in. Scooping it up now. Lounsburg works that into the Mavericks zone. Mavericks quickly on that as they cycle back up. And Sabrin pushes it up ice. Mavericks walk in and just dump that one in from the red line. First one back there trying to work that puck around. There is Hildebrandt, and he runs into a sea of Mavericks. He'll push it ahead on the near side and off a couple sticks. And the Mavericks take an interference call at the center ice dot. And we'll get the first power play coming here. Time of the penalty is 4:51. And here's a look at that interference. So it'll be Witherspoon. Luca Witherspoon right there on the replay. You can see it as he skates across the red line. He'll go to the sin bin for 2 minutes at 4:51. Power play unit number 1 gets ready to go. Well, been on the draw and gets that one past Levesque. Held at the point and rolls out. Webb continues on the far side, walks in, tries to center that one. Watched by a handful of Mavericks. They work him off the puck. Scooped up now by Johnston. And he'll hold that at the point, not being any more. As Levesque picks that one off, fires it in on goal. Save made by Park. Calmed down here by Jason Park as he'll take it from his goaltender and Park to Park. And with that out of the zone comes the Tigers. They'll hold the line as they put on the brakes, stretch it to the far side. 77 seconds on the man advantage remaining. And with that puck pushed to the far side. Gets right back on their stick. There's a shot. Johnson makes the stop. Battle on the near side. Swing check there. And that won't do anything here on the penalty kill as it's worked right back across. Trying to get the setup into the far slot. And that pass off the mark. Unable to make it there. DeMagan going the other way. Gosselin walks in, fires, and just missed high on the blocker side. Puck worked out of the zone by Gavin Johnson, and he runs into a handful of attackers. And it's 6 on the ice here for the Tigers. We got 4-on-4 hockey for 40 seconds. So at 6:11 here, we'll see who will serve the penalty for the Pembina Tigers as we near the midway mark of the opening frame. And a little bit of a debate there. And now going in is the 15 of Graham Leslie. Holdnick ready on the attack zone draw here. And he'll win that one back. 4-on-4. And Park smothers up at the whistle. Bring us a stoppage in play at 13:42. And that rings the inside of the post. Dearborn gets it out. Tigers working it ahead, and that pass off the mark. Icing waved off. 5 seconds remaining as Clace works it around, and the Mavericks power play begins now. Following that turnover, trying to go shorthand. That's played off the back of the net by the Tigers. Long stretch pass, and that gets deflected. Goslin's going to be first on it. He'll work that one there to Brendan Sabrin. Sabrin knocked off the puck and gets it right back. And the stick battle continuing on. Tigers captain calms it down, works it out of the zone. Scooped up by McDonald. McDonald into the corner boards, and he's knocked off the puck. Following that, Funk turns up ice. And through traffic, the Mavericks walk into the attack zone. Funk puts on the brakes, trying to feed Gosselin. Sauce pass right on the tape. And a nice spin move shot, and oh, that rang off the iron. What an opportunity there for the Mavericks, trying to knot it up with Sabrin on the man advantage. They got 27 seconds. As they'll regroup with Clace from behind his own goal. He'll work it ahead on the near side. 15 seconds on the man advantage. Sabrin walks up Broadway. Clay straddles the line to stay onside. Sabrin takes it behind the goal onto the backhand. Works it across, gets it right back. Waits, puts on the brakes. He's got 3 seconds on the man advantage. No one there. Puck cleared out of the zone. Mavericks hold the pressure there, at the line as they couldn't clear it out. Try and get the guy coming out of the box as we hit even strength. Puck comes in on Johnson. He smothers that one up at 11:37. Here's a look at that replay, and oh, close did the Mavericks come to tying this one up here on the man advantage. There's a nice drop back, and that one there by Sabrin rings off the inside of the iron one. That one back matches the Pembina opportunity a couple minutes ago. And that one in on Johnson. Another opportunity off the backhand. That hits the side of the net and smothered up. Dangerous opportunity off the draw for the Tigers, but just a little bit too wide, and Johnson smothers up at 11:30. Shots 6-3 as the Pembina Tigers doubling up the Mavericks here in Morris on that stat. Quick, clean win. Tigers couldn't fire. And now going the other way. Here comes Morris walking into the attack zone, firing right off the blocker. And Dearborn takes that one off the player there. That's the 4 of Cavers and wide. He almost deflected that into his own goal. Battle continues on, push behind the goal, trying to work it free. Tigers come with it on the near side. And that one dumped all the way in, sticked into the corner boards. And the battle for it worked up and not yet out of the zone. Good work there by the Tigers to get their stick on that one. As Remsen worked that across, now fired in behind the goal, where Witherspoon plays it to the far side. And not enough on that as the Tigers are right there on the counter. Puck cleared out and dumped right in on Johnson, and he'll smother up as Foyles is looking down on him. So as Foyles coming into the action, Johnson smothers up, 10:23 to go. Shot 7-4, Mavericks down by 1. Off a early goal, 68 seconds into the game, gloved away, and that's a hand pass by the Mavericks. Or maybe not. Sorry, hand pass against Pembina as that works its way out of the zone. So Levesque gets set, ready to go. And he'll win that one against Kubnik, the lone goal scorer in this one. Battle on the near side. Push to the far corner. There's a quick shot in on Johnson. Smothers it up with the glove stop. 10:05 on the clock. And we get ready to go here. Hidden Webb strolls into the draw as Levesque gets waved. Tyler Roche comes in to fill his spot. And now it was Ethan Funk in there, and that got the draw. One, though, by the Tigers as they again try and set it up in the attack zone. Mavericks, though, work it back as Levesque ahead on the near side. Puck dumped all the way in by Sabrin. Tigers to regroup from behind their own goal. Back half of the opening frame. And some tic-tac-toe off a couple sticks. Battle for it at the line. Funk picks that one up. Runs into a handful of Tigers, and they work it ahead on the near side. Big hit there, and some extracurricular on that one as the 18 and the 16 collide. And that second effort there is going to raise the referee's hand. We got a charge. Mavericks power play number 2 comes your way. Here's a look at the replay. Here's the first hit. And there's a look at the replay of the second one at the end. So 10:37 the time of the charge. And they're going to charge the number 9 of Tucker Magnet. Sorry, the number 9 of Pratt Lounsbury off the draw. Mavericks with it. And Funk, he'll put it back to the point, pass across to the far side. Quick shot, sticked away by Park, and he'll smother up for a whistle. Rowan plays that down behind the goal. He'll get it right back. And he'll work that across. Back to Rowan. His shot deflected and just off the mark. Putting on the brakes, Levesque. And couldn't set up the one-timer there to Rowan. They'll work it across here. Walking in and off the shin pads. Not where you want to fire that one as it comes right back out. Mavericks regrouping. And good stick battle there. Funk wins it, walks in. Here comes Funk trying to tie it. Second effort, a little tap there at Parkin. Couldn't get the setup there. Here's a look at it. A little bit of a 2-on-1. Could have had the opportunity to pass it across. Took it himself. Gosselin ready to go here. 66 seconds remaining on the man advantage as Clace takes it from the win. He'll work it down low. Waits for it back at the point. Now he'll receive that one. Shot wide. Couldn't get the deflection he was looking for in front. As Gosselin cuts for the slot. And pass doesn't fire there. Works it back to Sabrin. Trying to work some space for Gosselin. Good stick on that. Breaks it up. Gosselin scoops it up. And they'll cycle around now. Sabrin to Gosselin. Gosselin to Sabrin. And another good work there. Getting a stick on that of a Tigers defender. And Clace regroups in his own zone. 28 ticks to go on the man advantage. Puck bumped into the zone. Hamilton walks in, has that one sticked away from him. Platt now picks up the rebound. He'll work it across. And looking for the sub. Sabrin. No look pass across. Quick shots in. And the Mavericks have knotted this one back up. Nice feed from Sabrin. And Gosselin gets this one evened up on the power play. There it is. And there's a look at the replay. Sabrin with the pass across to Gosselin and the quick wrister on the no-look pass from Sabrin. Gosselin nods this one up at one apiece. Back to even strength here. And the power play getting it done on the second opportunity for the Mavericks. Mavericks win the draw, trying to build on the momentum. After this time, this one pass was off the mark, still waiting. Looking for the secondary assist on that. As Levesque works that one back. Walking into the attack zone now on the far side. Swatsky plays that one dangerously in front, worked away. There's another shot, knocked down, loose in front. Johnson can't smother. Puck carried around, wrap around, won't go. Right to Park, he fired that one in on the doorstep, and the Tigers couldn't get a stick on that. Mavericks take it out. Levesque clears all the way down, and that is icing is waved off by the linesman. Clace, he'll work that one away. Bow forward on the near side. Puck sauced across. Skirmish on the near side. Clace dumps it in. Scooped up now. And looking around is Hildebrandt. He'll work it ahead on the near side. And Fullis plays that out of the zone. Calm down here by the Mavs. As they get pressured. And quickly to Clace. Shots coming nearly even now. 9-8 in favor of the Tigers after they're doubling up the Mavs early on. Clace walks into the attack zone. Try to take it with them on the toe drag. Unable to do so. As that one's worked away by Lounsbury. Puck dumped in. Comes in on Johnson. And he'll leave that be. And that pass comes all the way down. And icing is waved at the last minute. Grice works that. Turns it over. Hamilton across, looking for his second point of the game. And that one won't go on the one-time opportunity. Battling now with it. Trying to jar that one free on the opportunity from Rexsealer. And it's worked down low. Rexsealer just couldn't get that. Not enough on the pass from Sabrin. Mavericks dump it in. They got a tag at the line, big hit. And with that loose puck, Sabrin has that. Another no-look pass perfectly on the mark. Rexler just puts it over the goal. And now Rexler scoops that one up in the attack zone. And waited a bit too long. He has got double teamed there as he gets brought down. Has a Mavericks teammate in to help, and we got stoppage and play on a hand pass. 4:39 remaining in the frame. Shots 9-8 Tigers. And this one knotted up at 1 apiece. Battle on the near side for it. Looking around. And that play down low. Loose puck. Worked out of the zone. And the Mavericks calm it down. 35 ticks to go. Levesque. He gets knocked down. And an opportunity going the other way for Sawatsky. Couldn't do anything with it. Roland in trouble. He'll play that one in just out of the reach as the Mavericks look to have a 2-on-1 if they were a step ahead on that. 15 ticks to go. Puck in behind the goal. Pembina calms it down as they await the horn. Clace ahead. Roland dumps it in on goal, just wide of the goal. Icing waved, and there's the horn. We played 20 here. Shots not up at 10 apiece. 1-1 game as we sit here. Kubnik with the goal, 68 seconds in, and knotted up. Knotted up by Brennan Sabrin. 1-1 as we head to break, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. And we're ready to go here. Start of period number 2. Offside right away. And we have an update on the Gosling goal with the assist from Brent Sabrin. Correction on the secondary assist. They're going to move that over to the 18 of Cooper Plutt. And the puck comes right in on goal there. Johnson covers that up before playing it along to the corner boards. Pressure mounting back here as the Tigers. They'll work that one around. Mavericks dump it all the way down. And they'll be right on that. Oh, and the flash of the leather with the answer there from Park on the dump and chase by Tyler Roche. And here's the opportunity for LaRoche as that one gets dumped all the way down. Trying to tie this or regain momentum and take the lead. Similar opportunity there is what we've seen with the Tigers and their tactics of scoring early on in the frame. Here's another centering opportunity that the Tigers calm down and they play that to the far side. Walking in. Swatsky puts on the brakes. He's worked off the puck and the skirmish for that one comes out. Mavericks 3-on-2. They got to go. Worked across and just too far back there. A stick on that by the Tigers breaks it up. Puck fluttered in front. Park gloves that up for a stoppage and play at 18:53. So a couple opportunities by the Mavericks early on. Shots 2-1 in the second frame. They're 10-10 following the first. Power play opportunities following the first. 0 for 1 were the Tigers. Mavericks were 1 of 2. As the Mavericks cut right in front is Hamilton. And he'll center that one. It's picked off and now going the other way. Puck worked into the zone and played in on the backhand before getting swallowed up there as Kubnek got the opportunity. The lone goal scorer for the Tigers. And off the draw. On the near side, puck dumped all the way in. Skirmish through it, and the Mavericks pick that up. Feed across for Hamilton, kick just over the goal. Battle ensues though on behind, trying to push that up. And that's picked off. Played right in front off the side of the pad. Park gets down on it, smothers up. 2 gone here in the second. And Mason Extracurricular not going to have it. And oh, now the linesmen are getting involved here as we look at the replay of that opportunity. And nope, they're just going to usher. No, they're not ushering both teams off. They're instead of ushering them to the sides, it's going to be a penalty on coming to the 17 of the Tigers. So Darwin Hildebrandt. And Mavericks power play number 3 starts here. Time of the call, 2 minutes on the 2-minute call for Hildebrandt. So Webb quickly makes it to the bench there. So we got 5-on-4 and Mavericks power play is underway. Roland with the shot, with the pass back to the point on that one. And Rexler fires her home. Took 13 seconds. And the Mavericks are in the lead for the first time tonight as Roland works that across. There's Rexler, quick blast, and his squad is on top. 2 for 3 on the man advantage. And this game has flipped over as the Mavericks found themselves down in a hole 68 seconds in taking over control with the help of their power play on special teams, operating at 66%. Pass across to the far side. And the Tigers into the attack zone, trying to nod this one up. We have a penalty behind the play. So we look at the cross check here. Let's see if we can catch that on the replay. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Didn't see anything there. It was the back referees behind the play. Penalty is going to go here to the number 2 of Rock Witherspoon. 2 minutes for the cross check. Time of the penalty is 2:34. And the Mavericks clear that all the way down. Add Sabrin with the second assist of the game. So he's getting in on both goals. As the Mavericks out shooting 15-2. Puck cleared in. Just wide of the goal. Battle on the near side. And going up ice now. Walking in and going through traffic. Sawatsky stays with it. The flash of the leather keeps it out. Held at the line. Puck rolled behind. And with that, here come the Mavericks. Short-handed with Goslin or Levesque there. Another opportunity. Just going to get a stick on that. 19 seconds to go on the man advantage. And that one is kicked into the corner boards by Park. And that one fired in on goal just wide. And smothered up here for a stoppage of play. Correction here on that second goal. The secondary assist is going to go to the 9 of Holdnick. 15:25 to go. Tigers power play number 2 expires and follows the first one, unable to produce as that puck gets cleared all the way down just past Park. And Park scoops up that loose puck. He's watched there by Funk, and he'll cut to the far side behind his goaltender. Now on the near side boards, working their way up ice. Bryce puts on the brakes, and he gets brought down by Weatherspoon on the hit. Weatherspoon again going at it, lays another great hit. Loose puck though, Tigers stay with it as Sawatsky works that to the point. Shot goes wide of the goal. And Funk takes that one from Witherspoon. Pass off the mark there for LaRoche, and it's going to be an icing as we played 5 minutes and 19 seconds of the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Mavericks thanks to the second power play goal. And off the draw, held at the line. Mavericks scoop it up and are able to work that out of the zone. And that one worked by Park off the stick of Funk. Funk now working with it. And it is scooped up by the Tigers, and a long stretch pass is going to be an icing. So we get down right in front of Park here as Jamie Park gets set, awaiting the draw. And they're going to decide to bring it to his right. Or a correction there, to his left is what they sit on. Following the near side draw. Quick shot by Witherspoon, blocked. He scoops up the rebound. And into some traffic there. Hamilton couldn't pull the triggers. That one came right in front of him. on the near side. Tigers set it up to Sawatsky. And he cuts back before looking up Broadway here. Cutting it up on the far side. 6 gone here in the second. And after running into a little bit of a blockade, Hamilton centers it. Across firing! Scoring is Sabrin! And the Mavericks have now got a 2-goal cushion in this one. The insurance goal on that for Sabrin. So Sabrin now with the goal and assist in this game. And there's the replay. Good work there by Hamilton to work it across for the goal. Didn't see if Rexler got his stick on that or not. And off the draw, Rowland trying to get pressure there as a spill taken by the Tigers. And quickly jumping in on the actions, the Mavericks with the push in the attack zone. Puck worked out of the zone. Onto the near side for Witherspoon. And glove down, picked up by Goslin, walks in, fires, and that one sticked into the corner boards by Park. Mavericks all over the Tigers here in the second frame. So they add the secondary assist to Rex Sealer. He'll pick up his second point of the game as Park smothers it up. Action in front. Shots in the frame. 7-2 in favor of the Mavericks. 7:04 gone in the period. Once again, I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, bringing you tonight's Zone 4 action with my cameraman, Josh Keck. Mavericks await the attack zone draw. They now got a 3 unanswered goals against this Tigers team, and they look for 4 there as they ring it off the side of the net. Witherspoon quickly across, and Rexler couldn't work that cross in time. There's 2 quick shots circling back on the far side, trying to play that in front, and come on, unable to do so. Mo now with the walks in, fires, and that one right at the goaltender's chest holds on for a stoppage and play at 12:27. And off the draw, puck dumped in. Mavericks force it right back in behind Park, and they outdo the hustle, getting first on that one. Witherspoon plays that one right in, and Park smothers up his team, trying to get their footing back underneath them. As the Mavericks have doubled their shots from the opening frame, as they're out shooting the Tigers now 10-2 in the first 7 minutes. And a bit gone on this one. Tic-tac-toe into some skates. Levesque trying to get a stick on that, unable to do so. Gets cleared out, Clace on it. And Clace looks to his teammate as he works it across for his defensive pairing. Stick battle for it. And a couple bodies hit the ice. Loose puck worked in down low, and the Mavericks going to work it ahead. They're going to get hit with the slash. And that happened right there at the start of that replay. Swing the stick. Well, gone. Levesque goes to the sin bin. Power play number 3 for the Tigers. Unable to match the Mavericks so far in the special teams aspect. See how they can do here on this one. Puck cleared all the way down. Park leaves it. And first one back. And again now to work ahead from behind his own goal on the near side. That hits a Maverick stick on the road blockade off of Hamilton. Park scoops it up, and he'll take that one all the way down. Jason Park stays with it, now plays it in behind the goal. Pembina fires that to the far side. As they look around, Bob can't do anything with it, held at the line. Again, Park with it. And he'll work that down behind the goal line. Spin move, trying to make some space here for Johnson. Fires across at the doorstep. And the Tigers choose not to fire. They'll work it back to the point. They got it at the back half now of their man advantage. As Jason Park with it at the goal line, puts on the brakes, looks around. Watched by Clays to the far side. Cycling back and hitting Webb, plays that to the point. That shot goes wide of the goal. Loose puck picked up by Grice. And they'll cycle it right back to the top. And a good stick on that by Hamilton into his skates. And he gets it out of the zone. Right to Gosselin. Gosselin walks in just as Park to beat. And couldn't beat off the stick of Park. He'll get his lumber on that. Good opportunity, shorthanded. And Webb plays that into the attack zone. He's got 10 seconds on his man advantage, who hasn't mustered a shot. Into the slot, spin move again. And a miscue there by the Pembina Tigers, resulting in Hoylnick working it away. Mavericks back to even strength, and that one sticked away. The Mavericks with more shots on the short-handed than the power play did, as Pembina unable to get a single shot on goal with the extra attacker out. Mavericks work it ahead, loose puck, and Pembina just dumps that one in. Dearborn behind his own goal. Some lumber sitting near the Mavericks blue line as the Mavs walk into the attack zone, firing right at the first defender. Blocks that into the feet. Levesque puts that just over the goal. Backhander chops it in front, gets it right back on his stick though. Works it across, beautiful on the back end, and Holdnick fires it home. 4-1 Mavericks. What a work by Levesque to pick up the assist. And Holdnick takes out the trash on the doorstep. 4-1 Mavs. So Holdnick with his second point of the game. Levesque picks up his first assist. Here's a look at the replay. Levesque there again with it. Works it across. There's the pass across. And that was the 22 or the 12 there. Couldn't see the second one as that gets iced down. We'll have that for you momentarily here. 4-1 Mavs. And that will be the 12 of Sabrin getting his second assist, as that one sticked into the corner by Park. In behind now. Tigers work that in front. And the Mavericks clear it all the way down. Icing should be waived. And yes, they do at the last minute. And the Mavericks just hold the line there. I don't know if they did, but they did for the time being. As Gosselin tries to center that one back. Witherspoon was going to walk into that, but got picked up by Funk to play behind the goal for Gosselin. Back into the slot, and it goes right past both D. Witherspoon first on that. 8 now to go in the third. Gosselin all alone in front, walks in, fires. Park slams the door on him, trying to go 5-0. On the near side, Tigers under duress. They'll work it into the attack zone. Row blockade set up, Witherspoon ahead, and just could not connect on the pass there for Dylan Camo on the near side. Tigers again just chipping it up as Sawatsky. And the battle for the puck on the near side. And into the attack zone, Goslin. Fires right in front, and Gamo gonna finish that one off. 7:05 on the clock. There's the opportunity in front after pulling it out of the skirmish on the boards, and another point blank save for Park, trying his best to keep his team in this one. Shots in the frame, 15 for the Mavericks, 2 for the Tigers. And the attack zone draw is actually won back here in the defending posture by the Tigers. Sawatsky turns around. He gets tangled up with Hamilton. And that puck is cleared out. Dearborn after it, and icing waved as Dearborn circles up Broadway. And up to Hamilton. Pushed along on the backhand for Rexler. The blocker getting enough of that as Park lifts it up and away. And his squad will try and get the shot there. And that one there with a great opportunity, just a little high. Into the feet, Hoyle at the line. Quick pass across, and the Tigers trying to nod it back up. They register their third shot of the frame on goal. Nice work there by Hildebrandt, cycling it around. Here's a look at the replay and dishing that one off here. You can see Hildebrandt hold at the line. Looked like they had opportunity to cut the lead in half. Unable to do so, though, as a stoppage in play made. And Dearborn goes to the sin bin for head contact at 6:16 remaining in the frame. So time of the penalty, 13:44. And it is a 4-minute. So a double minor. Power play opportunity, number 4 of the evening for the Tigers. And a good one at that. Triple threes on the clock, technically quadruple threes if you look at it, with Dearborn in the sin bin. 5:49 to go in the second, and this double minor exactly what they need to get 2 quick goals and try and get back in this one. Although they've only registered 3 shots in the frame on goal. Battle for the puck on the near side. Held at the line by the 3 and played across there by Jason Park. Opportunity in front, and Johnson able to set down and stop that one from going in. Pembina. 3 minutes to go on the man advantage. And that one turned away. Sawatsky picks it up, cuts to the far side to some open ice, looks around, and puts on the brakes. He'll play it down behind the goal. He'll get it right back instantaneously. And again, give and go. The third time pass comes all the way to the point. Sawatsky cuts back, makes some space to the far side, and the feed to Park. He ran into a handful of Mavericks. Second effort, what a clear, and just grabs the top of the glass to stay in play. Rolls its way all the way down as Rexler. So a good penalty kill move there by Rexler to work some time off the clock. 2:22 on the man advantage. Walking in, Sawatsky again out there, trying to get his team back in this one. He'll work it to the far side. Tigers down by 3. And they'll have it behind the goal line. Sawatsky turns away, looks, tries to go forehand, and there's a Maverick right there to fork it off his stick there. So Sawatsky finally goes for a change on the near side. And Hildebrandt runs into some trouble. Now cuts away and works away from Witherspoon. Down low there for Hildebrandt, and he takes a big hit. And by Rexler, referee's hand goes up. And with 97 ticks remaining on the double minor, it's a 5-on-3. And it's a boarding. Here's a look at the call. Pretty easy call there. It's a nice hit, but just bad location. And also took a couple strides into it as well there. So biscuits dropped. We're back underway. 5-on-3. And that right up Broadway Tigers fire off the blocker and into the netting. 3:34 to go here in the second. Tigers now got 3 shots on the man advantage. They got 118 to 5-on-3 to work their way back into this one. But the Mavericks penalty killers have done their job. They killed off the opening 3 power plays plus the first 2 minutes of the double minor. So make that 4 technically power plays have killed off. As Sawatsky puts on the brakes. Looks, feeds to the far side. Johnson kicks that one into the corner boards. And Funk clears that one out of the zone. Loose puck scooped up. And Linsbury plays that ahead for Sawatsky, who's right back out on the ice. Looks around. Sawatsky fires that one deflected right in front and in. The Tigers power play gets them within 2 here as they cut the Mavs lead in half. The final stick on that is Rylan McDonald with the goal. There's the look as Sawatsky with the setup. He'll pick up the assist. And didn't see who got the secondary assist on that there, so we'll get you that on the call right away. So 55 seconds now. A 5-on-4 short-handed goal. Mavericks scoring! Let's go! And just like that, 5-2. Short-handed Hamilton. So Hamilton, his second point of the game. And Goslin looks like no, he'll be unassisted. Look at that, just steals it. Pickpockets the defender, and the short-handed crew doing their job. And we got another 5-on-3, and right there is the call on the interference, or no, charge. It's a charge and call. 5-on-3, 31 seconds. Dearborn makes his way to the sim bin to sit beside Cooper Plott. Mavericks clear off the draw. Puck worked all the way down wide of the goal. And one man free from the sin bin. Quick shot by Hildebrandt. Hit his own guy. Backhand. And that one rolled just wide of the goal. So the man advantage 1 for 6. Short-handed goal for the Mavericks. And 100 or 60 seconds there remaining on the clock for Sawatsky on power play number 7. And that gets smothered up and held on for a stoppage of play. Yeah, that's right. And the puck's cleared all the way down. 70 seconds to go. Tigers clear that up ice. And walking in. Well, plays that on the far side. Back to the point. He'll work it across ice. And cycling that puck around. Mavericks get a stick on that. That comes out. 40 ticks to go. Jason Park on that one. He'll work it across ice. And his team takes that one right up back into the attack zone as they'll cycle this around in behind the goal. And we hit even strength. So 1 for 8 is the Pembina man advantage with a shorthanded goal against. As that puck works all the way down, Park scoops it up. He's got 5, got to go. Play back on the near side, gloved ahead by the Mavericks, off a Tiger stick, and that's going to do it. There's the horn. Shots for the frame, 16 for the Mavericks, 10 in favor of Pembina, and we'll have a handful of goal scores to go over following. And a quick go over the scoring. Cohen Rexler opened it up at 17:47 into the, or 17:47 left in the period, with Lucas Rowland and Brent Sabrin picking up the assist. Rock Witherspoon then found the back of the goal 21 seconds, or sorry, took a penalty 21 seconds later, and Brent Sabrin got done at 13:51. Nate Hamilton and Cohen Rexler on the assist on that one. Mavericks got their third of the frame from Zian Holdnick and Brent Sabrin, as well as Justin Levesque. Time of that goal was 10:59. The Tigers able to strike back on the power play. Rylan McDonald from Dwight Sawatsky, as well as the 17 of Darwin Hildebrandt. Time of that goal was 17:08. And right before the frame ended, with 2:45 left in the period, Nate Hamilton, unassisted, scored shorthanded. That's where we bring you out. Shot totals through 40, 26-20 in favor of the Morris Mavericks. They're 2 for 3 on the man advantage. Tigers 1 for 8. That has been the story in this one, as well as a shorthanded goal as the special teams, the difference maker, as the Mavericks lead the Tigers by a score of 5-2. Following 40, once again, I'm your host, Bentley Brownlaw, with your cameraman, Josh Keck, and we'll see you all following the secondary mission, 5-2 Mavs. Third period hockey as we get ready to go, and when the puck drop underway, Roland works it ahead for the Mavs. His squad up by 3, trying to build on their lead and put this one to bay. Battle with it, scooped up by the Tigers, and they'll work that one right into the neutral zone and quickly up ice on the far side, fired in on Johnson, and makes no mistake there as he smothers up. 19:38 to go in regulation. And the Tigers got some work cut out for them. Their power play helped them a little bit, but couldn't do it enough. 1 for 8. Mavericks 2 for 3 on the man advantage, as we mentioned earlier. Tigers again, rusher, first shot of the frame. That was the difference maker in that last one before things turned in favor of the Mavericks with the being outshot early on, and then just taking control. See if they can do the same thing. Good play there to hold the line. Puck behind, and Park clears that one all the way down the ice. And that one there is enough for an icing. And 19:07 on the clock. Shots 26-21. We roll down to the Pembina Tigers side of things. And off the draw, Funk, quick play there, just wide of the goal as that hit a skate. Funk now works it around. And now the Tigers with it. They'll work it down low and across. High slot. Stick battle for it. Mavs come free. Easy work there for Funk. Now turned right back over. And the Mavericks jam away at it. Funk in the attack zone. Cuts through the D. Works across. And sliding to break that one up was the 17 of Hildebrandt. Puck slapped into the zone by Levesque. He goes for a change. As that's played off the side of the net. Park watching the corner boards as that puck comes right in front. Taking a spill as a Tiger, and that's Hildebrandt who hits the ice. Mavericks take opportunity with that. Jump on the puck. And try to continue the battle for possession as that one rolls along. And scooped up by the 7 there. Trying to work that ahead. Of Guy there as I try and find him on my roster. Battle on the near side. As the time continues to tick away from the Tigers' hands. Tigers quickly up ice now, walking in. Hildebrandt puts on the brakes. Worked off the puck just enough. And now scooping that up to go the other way. Vermette dumps that in. Goslin waits for the puck to come to him before trying to fire that into the slot. Ran into a little bit of Tiger action there, and the Tigers, well, plays that to the far side, and that trickles in. It's a Maverick goal. And Goslin picks up his second of the game. We got to take a look at the replay on that. I didn't even see that go in, and not many of us up here in the booth did either. As Hildebrandt put on the brakes, and he played that off his own goalie. And I don't even know if that was touched or if that went right off of Park and into the goal. But Goslin gets credit with the goal no matter what. And it'll be Goslin unassisted. Time of the goal, 2:03. So there we go. It'll be Goslin unassisted. At the 2:43 mark, loose puck in front of Johnson. Couple whacks away. And what a save! Down with some action in his crease, getting just enough of the glove on that is Johnson. Another shot Johnson gets enough of, and that goes over the goal. Dearborn plays that across. And the Mavericks work that all the way down the ice. Battle for it. Rexler knocks his guy down. Referee leaves his arm down. And a nice little touch pass. Funk walks in, glove side, misses by a mile. As that puck rolls out, LaRoche can't hold it. At the near side, Clace into the attack zone, top of the circle, looks around, tries to drop that back for Funk, and that one's picked off. Mavericks get right back on it as they got their 4-goal lead restored here. Funk walks into the attack zone, looks around, plays it back. Clace, one-timer there, and that misses wide. Gosselin trying to center it. Battle in front, Park down, smothers up. Stoppage in play, 15:34 and 27:23. And there's a look at that replay of that last Maverick chance. As Gosselin walks in, and he gets stood up. Pass across goes wide. And that's a penalty, I guess, behind the play for head contact, according to the referee. We'll take a look at the replay. And it's against Pembina. I thought it was on the Mavericks at first, but no, it's going to be on Pembina. And on that hit looked pretty clean there that we just saw in the replay. Unless a part of his stick, maybe if anything, hit the helmet. Mavericks power play number 4. Got 2 power play goals already. Place picks it up, and there's a holding play behind, and it's a penalty. We got 4-4, so the Mavericks will fall to 50% on the man advantage following a power play that lasts 13 seconds. And we're not going to see that hold there. That was way behind the play. And it's Rexsealer with the hold. Time of the penalty is 5:03. Mavericks work that ahead on the near side. Battle for it. On the near side. Back for Clays. And the Mavericks. They'll cycle that one. Carrying it around. Picked up now here by Gosselin. He'll leave it back for Sabrin. Sabrin looks to fire. Circles back. And with that, and correction there, that was not the 19 on the penalty, that was the 18. Trying to read the number there. So we continue here. We're a 4-on-4. 59 seconds remaining until it's a man advantage here for the Tigers, as they'll take it from behind their own goal on the near side. They'll center that one. And oh, they were lucky they were on that, as that was a brilliant opportunity for the Mavericks as they'll battle with it in the linesman's feet. Now work it right in front of the Pembina bench. Back into the Pembina zone. 13 1/4 to go here in the third. Tigers walk in. Worked off the puck. They'll play it off the back of the goal. 25 ticks to go on the man advantage. Or, sorry, of the 4-on-4 until they hit their man advantage. And here's an opportunity. Puck worked all the way down. Rexsealer gives chase. He'll scoop it up. Centers in front and no one home. Just the Tigers to work that across. Tic-tac-toe off some skates. Mavericks, they'll gnaw that one ahead. And we head to a power play. I know it looks like there's some penalties behind the play, so we'll wait to see what happens, or No, they're going to get both guys, so we'll just stay at a power play for the Tigers. So a couple Quincy's here. 13 seconds, man advantage, number 9 of the Avro. And again, 1 for 8 for the Tigers. And we hit even strength as the penalty box door opens and closes in quick succession.
The penalties.
And following the ice, and we got set back at even strength. 12:37 to go in regulation. Shots in the frame, 1 for the Mavericks, and that led to a goal. 3 for the Tigers. And that one shot by the Mavericks was on the near side. And that one picked up all alone. Swatsky walks in and shut down by Sam Johnson. Quickly ahead, and Funk runs into some trouble there. With it, walking back in, cross pass picked off by the Mavs. As the Mavericks turn up ice, and that's Gosselin. Gosselin walks into the attack zone, plays it across to Funk, back on the doorstep, scores! And Dearborn puts a top shelf, 7-2 Mavericks. Nice setup there by Funk. Gosselin picks up the assist. There's the pass from Gosselin. Outdoes the slash, passes across to Funk, and top shelf. It goes Dearborn with the goal. And what a finish to that setup. So Funk gets his first point of the night. Dearborn with his first. And off the draw. And Gosselin joins Sabrin with a 3-point night as that pass. Now working right up Broadway. Here's an opportunity short to try and get back into that for the Pembina Tigers. And good defensive work. Shuts that down. Doesn't allow a shot. So 2 shots, 2 goals for the Mavericks in the frame. As they'll work that ahead on the near side. Skirmish for the puck as we near the midway mark here of the third period. Held at the line, circling back here. And Carvers plays that to the far side. Quick shot goes wide. Carvers trying to get that one back, and it gets away from him. Roland with the play, and he's bumped off that one on the hit from Ramison, who goes after the puck. Battle on the near side, and the Tigers come free. They'll just dump that down and go for a change. And off the dumping, Holdnick. He'll scoop that up. Puck dumped in by Rexsealer. Park leaves that one along. Hildebrand to go up ice. Quickly works that ahead. Dearborn with the easy stick work there. And that puck jumps up, stays in play. Battle for it continues on. Big hit. And no penalty on that one. As Witherspoon goes to play it. And now we have a stoppage in play. And oh, maybe there was. And there's that hit by Dearborn, though he did get called with a slash. Time of the penalty is 10:02. Power play number 5 of the night for the Tigers. And that one worked away. Here's a 2-0. And out of the reach of Levesque.
Mavericks penalty number 3 makes it 0 for 2 minutes for slashing. That was 0 for slashing at 9:58.
Puck cleared in. Johnson freezes. 8:38 on the clock. 100 seconds remaining on the Tigers power play number 4. Or correction there. Tigers power play number 10 of the night. And we got a stoppage in play as Dale Lehman's having a little bit of some chit chat here with the referee and the linesman. The head coach of the Morris Mavericks just out of view of the camera. And now they're on. Referee skates back into frame as the linesman drops it. Clace wins the draw and hits Levesque. Levesque gets it out though on the second effort. Tigers cycle it around right to Clace. And he'll be able to dump that one in from the blue line. Park passes that across. He didn't want that one as he'll work it to the near side for the Tigers. And into the zone. Sawatsky trying to set it up. He's got 69 seconds to do so on the man advantage. Works it down low. Tries to finish that one, jamming at it in front. And Johnson stays tall, keeping it out of the zone, out of the goal. Here's a look at the replay. Them jamming away at it with Johnson smothering it up. 8:59 to go. 101 on the man advantage, and they quickly flip it to the far side circle before the drop of the frozen biscuit. Sawatsky set on the draw. And that one won by Holdnick. Sawatsky though reaches over, pulls it back, and turning, firing off the mark are the Tigers. Park works it down low. And unable to hold that at the point. That comes all the way out. Holdnick giving chase, and Tigers slow it down here. As Sawatsky crosses over, cuts into the slot. There's a shot, and that one doesn't get through the body. Body's in front there from the opportunity from Mangren. Battle on the near side, and the Mavericks go to clear that. The ceiling just a little bit too short here as that makes contact with the roof. 8:19 on the clock. .21 seconds on the Tigers man advantage, but the Mavericks win the draw. Gosselin ahead. He's had a great night, stays with it, looking for the hat trick, and that one smothered up right into the chest of the goaltender. And that puck worked along. Hamilton now with it as he'll cycle back. Gosling, he'll play that along to the far side. Even strength. And that puck cleared down. First one back to scoop that one up as Ramison, and he'll play it ahead on the far side for the Tigers. Down by 5, 7:30 to go. Rings it around, comes to Gosselin. 3-point night. He'll work it from his feet to the near side. And Plot works that ahead. Battle for it. At the line. Cleared out. Puck worked all the way down. Kubnik works that ahead. He opened the scoring in this game. 68 seconds in. And that was the last time the Tigers had the lead. That one pushed ahead off the glove of Funk to Levesque. Levesque walks in. He's got Funk. Levesque cuts in front. Funk at the doorstep. Park kicks into the corner. Tigers. They'll work that one out. Witherspoon. Across for Dearborn. Dearborn trying to work it up ice. Battle for the puck played across to the far side. And scooped up by the Mavs. They work it out. Mavericks, good work there by Funk. Kicks it to himself. Pass across, just not enough to get to the stick blade of Levesque out in front. Puck cleared into the glove, and Johnson decides we should have a whistle here, bring a stoppage in play at 6:04. Shot totals for the frame, 5 for the Mavericks, and a total of 6 for the Tigers. Off the draw, Tigers win that one back for Park, and he's knocked off the puck. Sawatsky stays with it, feeds it to the far side. Unable to accept that as Mangren plays it on goal. As Mangren collides there with Camo bringing him down. Puck cleared all the way down the ice where the Mavericks try and get a little bit of offense going. As the puck's worked away, and a little bit of keep away there by Park. Skirmish on the far side. Camo plays that down low. Park on that. Park ahead on the near side for the Tigers. Pembina works it out of the zone. And Sawatsky enters the zone with that. And he'll lay that one back off the stick of Clace. Clace trying to work it out of the zone. And on the rush for the puck, Park gets there. He'll play it down low. Clace on that. 5:05 to go in regulation. Clay spins back to the far side. Mo picks it up and clears. Tigers. Under 5 to go. Down by 5. Walk in and miss that one high. Mavericks work that across. Feed ahead. Scooped up. And a big hit there. We got some extracurricular possibly to follow. No, they keep it all at bay. And it looks like the glass did it. We'll look at the replay. So that'll be our second game. If you were tuning in at our... Oh yeah, there it broke the glass. You can see that beautifully on the replay. You can see the glass shatter. So that's the second week in a row I've had a game where the glass is shattered on a hit. And look at that. So with that, we'll have some work here to do. Didn't break as clean as the one did in Stonewall. Those guys were right on it right away. And guy was already out there with the pain. So this time they're going to have to take down the rest of the glass. As you can see, I'm shoveling that up. So, not something you see every day, but looks like everyone standing down in that corner was all good. 4:36 to go in regulation of a 7-2 game. As they prepare the way and get out the ladder. And there comes Braden. He's got the ladder and this driver, and they got there. As you can see, Dale with the paint already, and should be in just like that. Just cleaning up the loose shards of glass around there. Looked like everyone standing in that corner there was okay, but referee in here, and I think there was a. Take a look at it again. I don't know if he called the penalty on the hit. I thought he did, but maybe not. Man, it all looked pretty clean. But he's making he's got his notepad out in his pen. Been a busy night for him again. And now just cleaning up they clean up the shrapnel there of the hit. And continue there to work away at it, cleaning around that slate there of glass that cleaned up all the loose debris. So and as they continue there to vacuum that glass up, make sure there's none left there at the bottom of the dasher. And they do have the door open there. It looks like it'll be a Mavericks power play out of this when it's all said and done. Morse Multiplex Ice Crew here definitely getting their extra hours in. And Mr. Lehman goes into the Zamboni room. Looks like his tape out there. Should have a pane of plexiglass with him by the time he exits. And for everyone just hopping in now or for an update, we got a 7-2 game here in Morris. 4:36 on the clock. Shots 31-26 in favor of the Morris Mavericks. And this hit is why we are here. And you can see the hit and the shattering of the glass, which has caused a little bit of a delay here before we do the final 4:36 of regulation. And they got the one stanchion out. And there you can see Brian Clippenstein with the second pane of glass and the stanchions to accompany it. And there with the help of everyone, it looks like they're pretty much done installing it. That's sitting in place. As Jamie Park comes back into his goal, ready to go here with a 4:36. But we'll see if of course, the other part of the hazard is the shards of glass sitting on the ice as they try and make sure they scrape each and every one of them off. And I think we're going to get the verdict here on the situation pretty soon. Here is the referees having a chat with the bench bosses here of the Pembina Tigers. So the Tigers are making use of this timeout. And I guess there was not a regional penalty. The more you know. We stay at 5-on-5. 4:36. They gotta wait for the Zamboni door to drop here though. Off the draw, we are back underway following the delay. And with that, right in front of Park, and his squad works it out. 4:34 on the clock. And that puck rolled all the way down as the ice crew makes their way back to their positions. Puck dumped in and scooping that one up. Cavers plays that to the far side. Mavericks trying to get a stick on that as this clock ticks down to 4. Tigers from behind their own goal ahead on the near side. And they'll continue to push that one cross ice, and that just rolls out of their reach. Witherspoon getting in there. He'll fork that ahead. And a big hit by Gosselin as he takes down a local Tiger near him. On the near side. Work to the point. Pembina plays that behind the goal. Witherspoon on it. 3:30 to go in regulation. Holdnick. He's got some points in this one, including the goal. As he's bumped off the puck. Skirmish continues on. And that went off the lumber. Mavericks push it ahead. And Goslin, he's got 2-on-1. Holdnick walks in, backhander, tucks her home. And the Mavericks expand their lead. It's now 8-2. Good work there by Goslin to set it up. Holdnick with his second. So yeah, and Holdnick with his second goal to go with his early assist. Here's a look at the replay. Goslin nods up his 2 goals, evens them up with 2 assists now. As this one's 8-2 Mavs. In the stick of Park, battling away at it. Battle forward on the near side. Funk plays it right in front. Another shot, and that one was just wide. Puck casually gloved down by the Mavericks, and they just take that one into the attack zone, trying to tag on one more. Bouncing puck. And that's an interference call. Nope, they just let them go here at this point of the game. And we got a penalty coming up. Referee's arms in there. And the Mavericks tag up as Clace. And we got a slash coming your way. Here's a look at the replay of that penalty. And we'll take a look at it right there, I guess, is the call. Closest thing to a slash I've seen. And oh, maybe not. It's on the Tigers. He called it though when the Mavericks touched the puck, so some confusion there a little bit. So never mind, it's a slash. So McDonald gets hit with the slash. Maverick power play number 5. They scored 2 goals on their second and third. Witherspoon now as the Mavericks got the power play for the rest of the game as they let that time tick down. Witherspoon works that ahead. Right up Broadway. Sabrin comes in, goes to the knee, works it to Goslin. Skirmish for the puck. Mavericks push that ahead 70 seconds. And that puck cleared in behind. As we hit the final minute here of regulation. Sabrin walks in, fire, scores! What a goal for Sabrin, 9-2. With 49.6 seconds, another power play to pad the stats in that statistic. Mavericks 3 of 5 on the man advantage. And Sabrin tags himself also with 2 goals and 2 assists. Tigers control. 45 left. Big hit there. So look at Witherspoon on the assist as that puck comes around on goal. 20 seconds to go. See if there's some physical altercations as this one comes to a close. And Clace takes a big bump there, and looking for a fight is the 20 of Kubnik. And they're just going to run these 4.2 seconds, I'd assume, here. As there's even a Mavericks player on the bench getting in on the action, reaching over, and They want to run it, and the referee thinks about it. Wait, still thinks about it. And now gives the signal. This one's over, folks. 9-2 Mavericks. Here's the final shots, 34 to 26.
Mavericks win. The final score this evening is 9-2. Ladies and gentlemen, the next home game for your Mavericks is on December 10th, and they take on the Zodiacs. Puck drop is scheduled for 7 p.m. Thank you everyone for attending tonight's game, and please have a safe drive home.
And we'll have our 3 stars coming up here shortly. In this one, the Mavericks top the Tigers 9-2. Starting our 3 stars off from the Morris Mavericks, your 3rd star in today's hockey game with 2 goals and 1 assist. Number 9, Keenan Holdnick. 2nd star in today's game with 2 goals and 2 assists from your Morris Mavericks, number 12, Brendan Sabrin. And your 1st star in today's hockey game with 2 goals and 2 assists, including 1 shorthanded from your Morris Mavericks, their captain, number 14, Cedric Gosselin. With that, the Mavericks are back in action on Friday out in Swan as they'll take on Mountain. And that game will be broadcasted, and we'll have Andy and Tim covering that. They've been helping fill in for a couple games that we haven't been able to get to, so they'll get to listen to their commentary again on Friday as they take that game live from Swan Friday night. And with that, I'm your host, Bentley Bratton, along with your cameraman, Josh Keck, signing off for you in this one. And it's the Morris Mavericks running all over the Tigers after the Tigers strike first. 9-2 the final for the Mavs.